I thank the Lord for waking up, that's a blessing. Going right through the struggle, life and pain, that's a lesson. But I feel that I'm destined to be more than I become. I want the finer things of life instead of being in the slums. Can't be trapped in the crab full of barrels.
Juxx Diamondz, man. Where you from, man?
From Brownsville, Brooklyn, representing Back Block Music Group. You already know.
All right, born and raised, or?
Born and raised, 301 Sutter Ave, apartment 3F.
I got you. You know what I mean? So, start with the first question. How many years you been, you know what I mean, doing your thing?
Man, I've been rapping since I was maybe 11 or 12 years old. You know, at that age, I ain't really take it that serious. You know, I saw relatives do that, you know what I'm saying, and kids in junior high school that was doing it. But then when I got to high school, I started taking it real serious.
So just being around your peers is what made you started to take it serious, like being in high school?
Right? Well, that, and then when I heard Method Man, METHOD, that right there, I was like, yo, I gotta do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then plus being from the same hood as Smif-N-Wessun, Heltah Skeltah, OGC, you know what I'm saying?
M.O.P, another Brownsville.
M.O.P.
Smooth Hustler, Trigger the Gambler.
Yeah, but see, M.O.P and Trigger the Gambler, they up the hill, Brownsville, you know what I'm saying? But salute to them.
Yeah. I'm from Crown Heights, so I know, you know, I know what's, you know what I mean? So basically, they part of like my side, the St. Mark Saratoga Ave side. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. So question. Now, what was your first song that you ever recorded?
What was my first song?
Yeah, the first song you recorded.
First song I ever recorded was a song called Prince of the Ville.
Prince of the Ville, and why is it called Prince of the Ville?
Because that was me.
At the time, or?
Yeah, at the time I was a young buck, you know what I'm saying? I was doing, you know, running through the hood and shit. Like, I'm Prince of the Ville, never ran, never will, let's go.
Okay. Prince of the Ville. Now, was that done like home recording or done inside professional studio, like?
Professional studios. It was with my dude Frenchie, Mad Bull Recording Studios. You know, right now he working with Fleet Lord and shit. It was with him.
Okay, that's dope. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, so as far as from that, what other artists that came up with you as far as from your, you know what I mean, if you started with a circle or not, you know what I mean, like?
I ain't really start out with nobody. Like I had little crews and stuff, like certain dudes from the Bronx, you know, shout out to them. Like it was just people who wanted to rap. Like I ain't really never been with a crew or anything like that, you know what I'm saying? Like always try to form my own crew, but I always dealt with people, you know what I'm saying?
I got you. I understand that. So,
but the only main dude that, you know, I consider crew that helped me out through this journey is my big bro Mike Hands.
Okay. I understand that. So between your whole career, what's the biggest artist, you know what I mean, that you worked with or toured with or did a song with, you know what I mean?
Okay, I did a tour with Method Man and Redman.
All right, so how was that tour like?
That it was pretty dope, you know. It was a 2-city tour, but it was dope, you know, just to see them dudes perform together and stay chemistry, you know, that make me want to go back and like, all right, let me step my shit up, you know what I'm saying? And I worked with a lot of artists. It wasn't really no biggest artist, but the best artist that I worked with was Royal Flush.
Oh yeah. Well, to me, he's big, but I know what you mean as far as to the quote unquote commercial world. You know what I mean?
Right.
I know what I'm saying. To me, he's big, but the commercial world, yeah. You know what I mean, that's pretty dope. So, how did that connection happen between you and Royal Flush?
That connection happened. He saw my name, he heard about me, but then when he finally met me, he always saying we gotta work. And then one day we was up at Goblin Studios, we just was knocking out some joints.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. Okay. So what was the name of that project, or was it a song or like a full?
The song is called Strapped Up, and it's on my debut album called Juxx Season.
Okay. Sounds dope. Now, I gotta ask you this because I'm a DJ. What's
okay.
The DJs you work with? You know what I mean?
DJ Modesty. Oh man. The list there. Hold on. See, that's DJ Modesty, DJ Fred Ones, DJ Toshi,
Okay.
DJ Ready C, DJ Crazy Bizarro. There's like a lot of DJs.
I know Bizarro.
A lot of DJs.
Yeah, like I
DJ
know.
Epidemic.
Okay.
The list keep going on and on. It's a lot to name.
Because I'm biased. I gotta ask that question. I'm biased. I'm a DJ, so I gotta make sure that DJ collection.
And guess what? Now I'm gonna be fucking with you now.
You know I'm here, man.
That's what it is.
Like because like I tell artists feel that they don't need DJs. How do you feel about that?
Say that again.
A lot of artists feel that they don't need DJs.
Nah, see, I mean, a lot of artists feel like that, but I come from the era where the DJ he breaks your record, gets you out there. You know what I'm saying? You just can't be an artist, rap, R&B, even soca without the DJ, because the DJ break your record. Then that gets people like to listen to your music. Like, oh shit, who is this? Let me check him out. Let me check him and her out. You know what I'm saying? So the DJ plays a major part. Even when it comes to performing, the DJ, is a major part of that performance.
Yeah, because like I used to host and do shows like that. You know what I mean? Like I tell people, send me your music ahead of time, but they'd rather come with a CD and hit play. Like, yeah, but it's not the same connection as the DJ doing drops, cut the beat up. You know what I mean? Making it more entertaining to kind of back up the artist. You know what I mean?
Right.
That that's how I see it. You know what I mean?
Now you absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta show respect to the DJ, number one. You know what I'm saying? Without no DJ, there's no us. Plain and simple, because then no music will be played.
That's true. I appreciate that. As far as some of the producers, like what's some of the producers you work with?
I worked with Bangladesh.
Okay.
DJ Modesty, D.O.P. Productions, mostly underground, producers and stuff like that. And myself, I do a lot of my production myself too.
Okay. Now, what got you into doing production?
When fucking producers ain't fucking sending beats that I wanted. Nah, I mean,
yo, if that's how you feel, that's cool. I respect that, because me as a DJ, I tell artists, yo, send me something, and I don't get it. Everybody have their own. I get to what I get to it, shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
I understand that. That's like,
nah, I mean, what got me into producing is the fact that when I first started rapping, I had a partner that used to, he used to buy like the MPC 2000 and the 4000. So I used to be like, yo, I want to learn that shit. So I actually learned it, but then I concentrated more on the rapping. And then there was times where producers, oh, I'm sending you this beat. And then I'm like, you could have flipped it a little better. So then I went out and bought my own shit.
I understand. Like me, I started as a DJ. I'm a DJ first. I tell people that. DJ is my core. Engineering, I do that, but my main thing is DJ. You know what I mean? Just like you said, you know what I mean? You are a rapper, MC first.
Right.
Producer. So I understand, like, you have to branch off. That's like me, like when I started doing mixed CD hosting like that. I used to tell people, I need to use your studio. I'm busy. You know what? I can't wait no more. I build my own. So now I can go do what I want to do, when I want to do it, and push everything out.
Right.
I definitely understand that.
Yep.
So now, besides New York City, what's like some of the other places you travel, do shows at, stuff like that?
Philly, Boston, Virginia, North Carolina. I'm about to touch Canada soon after this pandemic is over.
So what was like your hardest state as far as like the hardest show? Like the hardest city that you had to really work hard to get that, that feedback from them.
My home damn town, New York City. Cause you know why? Everybody in the motherfucking audience is a rapper themselves.
That's true. That's true.
But that's real talk. It's like, in New York, you know this. everybody's in competition with each other, and for what reason, I don't know. It's so much bread out here for everybody.
Yeah. Nobody want to see the next person win.
Right, crabs in a barrel.
I understand that. I understand. That's cool. I understand that. Because now, what was the difference between Philly and the VA shows? Like, you know.
Well, I mean, Philly and the VA shows, they kind of the same, because it's like when you go out of town, they show the respect and the love. Like you'll come off stage, they want to know who you are, they want to introduce themselves, and you know, especially if you got merch, they will actually buy the merch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
It's love. Like it's always love.
I definitely understand. I definitely understand. Now, I peeped some of your music videos. What was the first video you shot?
The first video I shot, oh man, it had to be an old joint where I did in my hood called Streets of New York.
Streets of New York.
That was Streets of New York, produced by Easy LP.
Okay, that's dope. Okay, okay, that's dope. That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, that was like, oh man, I want to say 2004, some shit like that. Some shit like that. It's an old joint.
Listen, it's good. I tell people, good music don't have dates.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Because you know, if you look at like Jay's first album, Nas' first album, M.O.P first album, those albums came out 96, 97, 98, I believe.
Yep. And it's still bang.
In 2020, like, yo, they were spitting that, you know what I mean? To be
yep.
Good music don't have dates, you know what I mean? Good music don't have dates. It's just dope is dope. That's my thing. You know?
That's it. But you know what's so crazy is, like, I guaranteed you, if you was to ask Jay about some of the old stuff, he'd be like, man, that shit was whack to me. Yeah. I spit better now.
Yeah.
You know?
Thinks they grow, which I'm not saying they don't, but everybody do grow with time. But sometimes it's that real hunger that makes you put the pen on the paper, right? That's why I tell people a lot of times they first album will be their dopest album, because the hunger. This gotta work now.
And then when it start working, you slip through the cracks and you find the cheat code.
That's true. That's true. I definitely agree with you, man. I definitely agree with you. So let's talk about your new album for a minute. You know what I mean? Like what's up with your new album? Some of the artists you got on it.
Okay, so my new album is dropping in the top of the new year, called Lord Knows Volume 2. I got Napoleon the Legend on it. And mostly home team people, like, you know, Mike Hands, you know, just my little inner circle. I really don't try to get a lot of features anymore, just because it's the fact. I mean, it's not discrediting the artists that I work with. It's just the fact that I hate chasing artists for a video or even for them to promote it. So it's like, I'd rather keep it in-house, you know what I'm saying? But that's Lord Knows Volume 2 dropping in the new year.
Okay, now, what were some of the producers you worked on the album besides yourself?
Besides myself, we got DJ Dista from overseas. Okay. And we got DLP. And my dude from another producer from overseas, the Beat Crook, and my home producer, Maserati Marcus from San Antonio, Texas.
Okay, so now, what made those the lucky producers to be on the album?
Just the sound that I was looking for.
Okay.
And being that we have a chemistry already, because it ain't the first time we worked together.
Okay, so
well, except the Beat Crook, this was the first time we worked together, but he had a certain sound that I loved, and we made it work.
Okay, so now can you kind of like give like a quick? Matter of fact, I'm asking for this. What's 5 words that can describe your sound?
5 words: gritty, grimy, Brooklyn, New York, hardcore.
Okay, it's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Okay. Now, as far as being a rapper MC, are you into the whole MC battling thing? Like, you know, or you just like just a straight rapper?
Well, that's a good question, because you know at the end, the era I come from, and like you said, you heard my music from starting. It was a battle no matter what. You know, battle rapping. My music now, like, yeah, I'm coming at you, but you know, it's just I'm making it into a song. You know what I'm saying? So I'm into the battle rapping, but sometimes I can make an actual song and stuff. You know.
Okay. Now, how do you feel about the versus battles now?
I don't really care about it, because you know what I mean. I put it to you like this: it's like you hear who can I give an example? The Jeezy and the Gucci.
Yeah.
That was a good battle, because you know why? You got two cats who was cool, then they got into some real street beef, and you got them in one room and nothing happened to nobody.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Jeezy played nothing but classics that you and I would know.
Yeah.
Gucci ain't got no classics until you heard I'm So Icy. So it was like, you know what I'm saying? But then by him playing some joints, somebody could become a fan and be like, hey, that's a good song. Let me look for that.
Okay.
So it's interesting. It's like you tapping into a new audience.
I got you. See, from my point of view, one of the best battles I saw was the Neo battle, and I can't remember who he battled, because you know Neo's a dope writer. He wrote for other people.
Right.
I kind of opened my ears like, oh damn, he wrote that. Oh damn, you know what I mean? He wrote that, so kind of like opened my ears of other stuff that he wrote for other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As being at the writer point of view, you know. It's been like the whole ghostwriter point of view. You know what I mean?
Right. He just showed his ass like, yeah, this is my body of work, and it would shock people. Be like, oh, I didn't even know he wrote that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's how I was like, oh damn, he wrote that. You know, so kind of opened up my ears more. You know, because I'm sure you too come from that era. You know, I mean, you go shopping for records, not records, cassette tapes. And you
well, I was shopping for records too.
Produced it. You know, to open a cover. Who produced it?
Who produced it? Who engineered it? Yep. And where the fuck is the Def Jam office at?
Yeah. Yep, you kind of read like, listen, I want to know who produced this track. I love the whole digital format, but now it kind of
takes away from
yeah.
It takes away from that, like, oh, like you wanna. It takes away from the information. Like, I kid you not. Like, sorry to cut you off. I remember one time looking at a Jay-Z album and shit, and they always said baseline. Oh, they got that. Like, I literally went up the baseline trying to book a session there.
And that's the hunger. You know, like, you know what? Baseline, a name that everybody knows. You know, it gives a dope sound of these guys keep going there every week, every month for each project. So, you know, I'm going to go up there too. I never know who I'm going to see there. I might see him, give him a tape CD. I think J. Cole said that when he first saw Jay. He gave him a tape way before he was signed, just standing outside of certain recording studio.
Yeah.
Then years later, look at him now, like, listen, you know.
Let me tell you something. I was one of those dudes, like, I kid you not, I was on the Def Jam street team back in the Rockefeller Murder Inc. and Rough Rider days.
Word? I was in that building. I worked I worked for X label.
Oh, Bloodline.
Bloodline Records, yeah. I did the marketing industry team for them.
Yeah, and you know what's so crazy? Like a couple of months ago, I want to say like September, October, I went back to the Def Jam building, thinking the officers were still there. It's gone.
Yeah, because everybody, from what I heard, everybody started to, I'm going to take my office out of this building. I'm going to take my office here.
Yep.
Take my office here. Because now it's like, we don't need a big office building.
Yeah.
Especially now with this whole COVID-19, is like, nobody's going to office anyway. So a lot of people realize, I'm paying this space for the same work that everybody's doing inside their own homes now.
Right.
So I pay $6 a month rent. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And shit, like, you know, just telling my man about the whole experience with it. I was like, yo, when you walk up in that motherfucking building, you see that motherfucker escalator go upstairs to the elevator, you know what time it is.
You walk in the lobby, you got the receptions right there.
Yep.
Ride up, you go up the stairs, elevator's right there.
Yep.
And kind of like once you go up the stairs, you look like Scarface because you can look down at the receptionist in the front door.
Yep. And then when you get on the elevator, you come out, you hearing music, you seeing posters, you like, yeah, I'm in this. You know what I'm saying?
Trust me, I remember that one. I remember the first day I got there, I looked over the escalator like, this is it. This is it. Right,
and you know, the security used to give you a hard fucking time just to get in.
Yeah. First they say, yo, I got to call upstairs.
Yep.
He got to come get you. He got to come get you. You can't go by yourself.
Yep. Exactly. That's hip hop right there.
Yeah, trust me, I understand. So, next question. With this whole COVID-19 thing, how have you been keeping yourself busy, keeping yourself safe in harm's way, or
just making sure the family good. I'm good. Far as working, I work a 9-to-5 job. I ain't gonna lie about that. But far as with
you gotta do what you gotta do to feed the family. Listen,
exactly.
What you gotta do, man.
Exactly. But far as with the music, like, as you can see, I'm in my studio right now. Like, I invest in myself. Like, be NPC live, all that shit. I even been doing my own videos during the COVID.
Listen, man, you gotta do it, man. You gotta do it. You know what I mean? So, how many songs have you rented during this whole COVID?
Man, I want to say 35.
35.
35 of my solo joints, but I've been hitting people off with verses and stuff here and there.
Okay, so now, how many beats have you made during this whole COVID thing?
Truth be told, let me look. I always got a list up. 75.
That's dope. Damn. You've been working, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I come home, do what I need to do, then I'm in my room by myself, in my studio.
Now, have you produced for other artists before, or
yes? I produced for Skanks the Rap Martyr, Napoleon the Legend, Sean Price, little brother Stuck B.
Okay.
I produced for Innocent. Who else? VVS Verbal from Bucktown, USA. I mean, put in some work.
Listen, I can tell. I pay attention to what's going on social media. I'm the kind of person I pay attention to what's going on. I watch what's moving, what's not moving, who's doing what. You know what I mean? So I definitely.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
I pay attention to what's going on because I got turned on you years ago. Like I remember you did a drop for me years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did a drop for me years ago, and then like you said, Crazy Bizarro, DJ Sky, all of them.
Oh, Sky, that's my first DJ Sky.
See, that's my man. Like I met Sky when I was working in Def Jam. That's how I met Sky and found out when I was working there. That's when we found out we used to live down the block from each other.
Mm-hmm. When he was living in the Star.
Nah.
In the Ville.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because I know he was in the Star too.
He was in the Ville. I'm from the Utica Ave side, so he was right like 4 blocks down from my crib.
Oh, okay.
So you know what I mean. When he told me about you, I was like, man, I told him. I said, man, I didn't know about him, man. I didn't know about you. I knew about you, you know what I mean? So
Sky, that's the homie, man. I gotta hit him up too.
Yeah. So, but besides hip hop, what music do you listen to?
I listen to some oldies, R&B oldies. Like some Marvin Gaye and some Luther Vandross, some, New Edition, Aretha Franklin, Anita Baker. Truth be told, like I could be at work, I don't listen to rap. I hate rap during the day.
Why is that?
Because I get riled up and I want to fuck somebody up.
I understand.
So I listen to, but you know what? I also listen to that because I be listening to, like, you know, samples and stuff like that and getting some ideas.
Yeah. Kind of cool. I understand. That's like me. Like when I drive, I can't listen to certain albums when I drive. I get speeding tickets and shit on the way.
Yeah, you be like, ooh, especially if you listen to M.O.P. Annie Up.
Yeah.
Yep.
I understand. So, as far as for your producer side, if you could work with any producer, like top producer, who will it be right now?
Will we top 5 or?
Well, give me your top 5 and choose one that, if there was a call, you say, "Yo, I got a beat for you," and you would get up and shoot there.
It would have to be Havoc.
Okay. Now, well, why Havoc? Is because of his sound, like his what? Like
it's his sound. Like I grew up listening to his sound. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just his.
So, what's your top 5 producers?
Top 5, you got Havoc, Alchemist, Kanye, the old Kanye, Dr. Dre, and RZA.
Give me another one, because Havoc and Miss Alchemist, they kind of on the same.
All right.
They kind of the same thing, man. You know what I mean?
Jay Dilla.
Okay, Dilla. Yeah, he's dope. Okay. I had to do it. I'm like, cause they got the same sound.
I know.
You know what I mean? It's real.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That's why I had to talk about during the battle. He said, I can't go against Alchemist because I'm going against myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going against myself. That's unfair. I definitely understand. Now, what's your top 5 Brooklyn artists?
Top 5 Brooklyn artists. Okay, we got Biggie, Jay, Busta Rhymes. That's 3. Who my other two? Ah, man, there's a lot.
I'm gonna make it easier. It could be a group too. It's your top 5 Brooklyn artists and groups.
All right, Heltah Skeltah.
Okay.
And M.O.P.
Okay. Now, as far as your top 5 artists in general, regardless of international, wherever they from.
All right, boom. Am I saying Jay and Big again? Oh, matter of fact, Jay, Big, Tupac, Busta, Meth, and Wu-Tang.
Okay. All New Yorkers.
Yeah.
Besides Tupac, but they're all New Yorkers.
I consider him.
Tupac, he is New York, but people don't know him from New York.
Right.
You know what I mean? They know him to be like the Oakland, Cali, West Coast Tupac.
Well, they don't know that nigga was chilling in Harlem. He was in Brooklyn, and that nigga was in Philly. Yeah. And Jersey.
Because he went to the school in Manhattan.
Yeah.
So I know, you know what I mean? He went to school. I can't remember the school name, but he went to school in Manhattan. So I definitely know that.
I think it was some performing arts or some shit like that. I'm not too sure.
Now, how you feel about the new Brooklyn?
I fucks with it. A lot of
old school Brooklyn's like they not with the whole.
Nah, I ain't gonna hold you.
They not with the whole. You know what I mean? Like
I ain't gonna hold you. I fucks with the kid Fabio Foreign.
Yeah.
He get busy. And shout out to Rowdy. He just touched home.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I'm waiting, you know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for the young boys to drop some new shit. You know what I'm saying?
I saw a clip. He's already in the studio. I saw a clip. Somebody posted a clip today. He's already in the studio, so
that's good. And I like his little brother Fetty Luciano music too.
Yeah. He already right, you know what I mean? So, I'm definitely can't wait for the new music to come out, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely can't do it because what I want to do is last year I did a whole Brooklyn mix CD, strictly Brooklyn artists. I'm going to do that again soon.
Okay.
I'm waiting for cats to drop new albums, stuff like that. So I definitely want to, you know what I mean, some like at least two tracks from you on the album, you know, on that project.
Oh, listen, man, don't you? I was about to say I give you 2 new exclusive of the album. That shit gonna blow your motherfucking mind. You gonna be like,
yeah. I'm definitely working on that. You know, because like me, I always have to give back to the whole team. You know, I'm born and raised in Book. I always have to give back to the whole team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even when I travel, I do shows. I tell people, listen, I have no problem playing new artists' music. Only thing I ask, just make sure it sounds clear.
Oh yeah, shit always gotta be mixed and mastered, without a question.
People like playing this loud, and this shit sounds horrible. So I'm like, listen, if it's dope,
yep,
sounded good.
They should be having too much bass and little treble, or too much treble, little bass,
or the background noise. I'm like, listen, just make sure it's right. If it's dope, I spin
it. And then like, see, you engineer and I engineer. You can hear the song, nobody won't hear it, but then you be like, nah, I hear a water faucet or a little kid screaming in the background. And some people don't hear it, but you will hear it, because I go through that all the time.
Yeah, well, like funny, like when I listen to, like you know, songs is out now, new music. Sometimes I be so focused on my concentration. You could be calling me, I won't hear you because I'm kind of like I'm listening for every beat drop, every you know what I mean.
How that snare coming in?
Yeah, I'm like this. I'm like, okay. I'm watching the meters on my mixer, like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Check, like, as a music lover, that's the way I am. You know, I listen for everything off the bat. You know what I mean?
Dope.
Now, born and raised in Brooklyn.
Yes.
I'm not going to get from the 80s Brooklyn into now Brooklyn. The looks and the gentrification. How do you feel about that?
I mean, it's life. Like, I can't say, like, I mean, I don't knock it. Like, I feel like a lot of you know, Caucasian people want to, you know, live in the projects and stuff like that, and try to, you know, then they be like sitting there talking bad about it. Well, I'm like, listen, if you wouldn't have to go through this if you ain't moving here. I mean, but you know, they trying to move a lot of black people out. They want to make it Brooklyn good, which, you know, I could respect that. But then without it's what people know. We know the hood. We grew up in the hood. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You got to get in tune with the hood. I mean, every hood ain't a bad hood. Every hood ain't a good hood. Yeah. But I mean, that's the new Brooklyn. Old Brooklyn, abandoned buildings, white people won't even fucking come around.
Yeah. See, now I'm not gonna say it's right. A lot of people say it as a lot of people say it as opportunities. They go buy the abandoned building, some money,
and make money.
Rent it, sell it, flip it, call it a day. You know what I mean?
So I mean, it brings up the community on how it looks and how it, you know. But there's always going to be crime no matter where you go.
Oh yeah. And like I was telling my man moms, the good thing about that is, if you own a home inside that area, say if you purchased your house 30 years ago for like $100,000, right? Now you probably get like $1 million for the same house now.
Yeah.
You get $1 million cash out. I'm retiring. I'm good.
Mm-hmm. That's like boom. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Like, I don't live in the hood no more. I moved somewhere nice. I'm comfortable. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? I went back to the hood. Like, you probably, you know my neighborhood. You know that it was an abandoned school right on Rockaway and Blake and Dumont.
Yeah.
It was an abandoned school. That shit, it been like that since I was a little kid. My uncles told me, oh, I went there, and my uncle's in his 50s.
Yeah.
Now that shit is like a kidney heart surgery spot now. Right across the street from the medical place where all, you know, who if you're burning and shit, you run to the quick medical
clinic,
spot.
Yeah. A little quick clinic.
Yep. I was like, wow, when the fuck they did a kidney surgery spot? I was like, wow.
People see it as an opportunity. Like, you know what?
Even when down the block from my page on Southern Rockaway, there's a fucking hotel there where back in the days that shit used to be a corner store.
Yeah.
I was like, shit crazy, man.
Yeah, you know. Like I like the new Brooklyn because now it gave us more places to hang out.
Yeah.
It's a lot more lounges, a lot more dope places. Like, you know what? I'm gonna go to Myrtle Ave and chill. All the lounges spots on Myrtle Ave. I could go there, chill, bar hop, good DJs, good music, go home.
Yeah, instead of going over to Manhattan to do that.
Yeah. Or going to man, like, you know what? I'm gonna go to my man's house to drink. Nah, like, you know, let's go out. You know, especially you know what I mean? Like, if you're married, you got your girl, come on, let's go to the restaurant, eat, chill, talk, listen to music, you know what I mean?
Chill, have a good time. Ain't gotta just stay in the crib all the time. Nah, I feel you. Definitely feel where you're coming from.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like, listen, I'm gonna go and chill, you know what I mean? I'm chill, you know, just.
Word.
So I'm just trying to see what's going on. I think that's pretty much it right now, man. You know, just, you know, definitely tell people about your last project, you know, as far as the website where they can find you at, if they want to do you for features,
yeah,
anything like that, you know.
If you want to reach me, you could go to www.juxxdiamondz.com. Social media, Facebook, Instagram, everything is juxxdiamondz.com. iTunes, Tidal, Spotify, Juxx Diamondz. Just Google Juxx Diamondz, Juxx Diamondz with a Z, not with an S, with a C.
All right, that's about it. I'm going to wrap this up now. Pretty much it. You know, is there anything you want to say? You know, like, you know.
What's that?
I was about to wrap this up, but is there, you know what I mean? Is there your last words you want to say?
Thank you for interviewing me. I appreciate it. We're going to talk off this, send you some joints, and I appreciate anybody who messed with me. Love is love. You already know, Juxx Diamondz.